we have talked about the transition and why we are going to transit because of the manipulation. So we need to understand that we need to know that why LIBOR need a transition, and we also need to know what will replace the LIBOR, and will it be like solution, or how it will behave post LIBOR era. So these are, and many other questions are still do not have complete answers, but there is at least a certainty that LIBOR rates have to discontinue and some other rates would replace them. Again, I have taken this table from BI's Basel published document called Beyond LIBOR, which is a premier on new reference rates. And it's actually a very good document to understand the future of new reference rates. So if you have time and if you have interest, you can go to the Basel website and you can download this paper and go through it. And even according to that Basel document, authorities have already taken steps to identify and construct alternative risk-free rates, which are benchmarks compliant with the standards such as IOSCO principles. So 5 of the largest currencies areas have already moved to overnight benchmark rates as a backbone of new regime, as you can see in this table. And you can also see that what are the replacements or actual words for it. We use it as alternative reference rates. So there are 2 terms you can see in this document. One is risk-free rate, and other term is alternative reference rates. So risk-free rates means there is no risk component added to that rate. That's why we call it risk-free rates. But because of LIBOR transition, now the new term, which is used by all the banks and institutions, which is alternative reference rate. And you can also understand that who are the administrative bodies of these rates, and what are the data sources of these overnight rates, and where these rates are coming from, who are using these rates, and are they secured or unsecured rates. When we see out of 5 rates, only 2 rates are secured, and 3 are unsecured rates. And when we say secure rates, this means that underlying transactions are repo-based transactions. So repo means that there is a collateral in form of US Treasury bill, and similarly the other way around is unsecured rates, and which is based on money market transactions. You know, money market transactions are clean lending transactions. There is no collateral involved. But that is how these rates are constructed, and now this being selected as the alternative reference rate in replacement to LIBOR.